Let me first start by saying the bridesmaids have looked absolutely gorgeous tonight. Really only rightly outdone by the beautiful bride tonight, Kate. You know, gentlemen, I think we agree that tonight's a sad night for single men, as another beautiful young lady is taken off the market. And I think single ladies, you'll agree, today's passing without much of a thought. On behalf of Chris and Kate, I want to thank everyone for witnessing the formal exchange of the wedding vows today. The reason I say formal is because according to the state of Pennsylvania's common law, Chris and Kate have been married for the better part of a decade. I've been fortunate enough, or unfortunate enough, to know Chris and Kate pretty much from the day they met. And I really racked my brain over this process to try and find something profound to say about the relationship. And really the first thing that came to mind was, from the second I met them, they were next to get married. And then next. And then next. And then next. You know, it was very fitting the way that Chris proposed to Kate at his college graduation party. You know, I have two young sons at home, and I'm always looking for little tidbits of information to gather up to share with them as they grow older. And unbeknownst to Chris, he taught me lesson number one. If you're fortunate enough to meet the girl of your dreams when you're 16 years old, make sure you stay in college for 8 years. That way you always have an excuse why you haven't asked her to marry you. Kate's always been understanding of Chris's collegiate career. But it wasn't always the case. About 5 or 6 years ago, a group of us, Chris and Kate, and about 4 or 5 other couples used to take a trip down to the Outer Banks. So one afternoon, middle of the week, all the guys are outside talking, and they say, you know, we gotta liven this trip up a little bit. It's getting pretty lame. We should have a clam bake tonight. So the day goes by, we didn't think much of it. And around lunchtime, we see Chris come out. We're all around by the pool. We see Chris come out of the house shortly after Kate follows. And they drive off. So about 2 hours later, they come home. Chris shuts the car door, walks over to the pool area. Kate was pretty visibly irritated, which is pretty easy to see. Closes the door, walks towards the house. So about 20 minutes go by. Eventually, Chris gets down, jumps into the pool. And as he pops up, there's Kate with a hose, full blast, squirting in the face. And Chris comes to and he says, what the heck was that for? And she said, you know, I thought you were going to take me on some romantic walk on the beach with flowers and ask me to marry you. Instead, we went up and down every side street of the Outer Banks looking for clams. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that Chris would be a great husband. He possesses 2 very important qualities in a man that it takes to be that husband. Number one is he's one of the hardest working guys I know. True. Anything that comes Chris's way, he's always looking to tackle it and do his best with it. Secondly, and most importantly, if you've been fortunate enough to know Chris partly the way that I do, you realize real quick he's the most loyal guy you'll ever meet. It's an excellent characteristic to have, and Chris and Kate are going to be very happy together, partly because of that. My advice to Chris and Kate, you guys met, grew a relationship as best friends, continue to be best friends, and you're going to have a long and happy marriage. A healthy marriage. Now for my toast. To Chris and Kate, let me be the first to say you guys are next to have kids. Let's just hope Chris will go back to college and get his master's.